golden pagodas shimmering under the sun, an empire of warrior kings, colonization, revolution, and resilience. This is the story of Burma, now known as Myanmar, a land that possesses one of Southeast Asia's most complex and fascinating histories. Burma's history starts thousands of years ago. As early as 200 BCE, the Pyu city-states emerged in the Irrawaddy Valley, trading with India and China. They brought with them Theravāda Buddhism, which would later shape the cultural identity of Burma. By the 9th century ACE, the pagan kingdom rose to prominence in Burma. King Anaurata unified much of Burma in the 11th century and made Buddhism the state religion. Under the reign of King Anaurata, the Bagan plains blossomed with thousands of temples, many of which still stand today. But empires fall. When Kublai Khan's Mongol armies invaded Burma in the 13th century, the pagan kingdom crumbled. What followed were centuries of fragmentation, when smaller states like Ava, Hantavadi and the Shan states vied for power. By the 18th century, the Konbaung dynasty had reunited much of Burma. They modernized the army and clashed with British India. Three Anglo-Burmese wars were fought in 1824, 1852 and 1885. This resulted in the ultimate annexation of Burma by the British, and Burma became part of British India in 1885, becoming a colony of the British. Under British rule, Burma was governed as a province of the then British India. Ethnic tensions were worsened by divide and rule policies, but resistance grew, led by students, monks, and later by nationalists like General Aung San. After the Second World War, Burma gained independence in 1948, but democracy was short-lived. In 1962, following a military coup, a socialist dictatorship was installed. Isolation, economic stagnation, and civil conflicts marked this era. In 2011, the military started limited reforms. A civilian government led by Aung San Suu Kyi, the daughter of General Aung San, took power in 2015. But ethnic tensions persisted, most notably the Rohingya crisis, which drew attention worldwide and was condemned by many people in the world. In 2021, the military seized power again in a coup, sparking mass protests and violent crackdowns. The struggle for democracy continues, a struggle deeply rooted in Burma's complex and often tragic past. One of the key highlights of this past is the change in the name of Burma to Myanmar. In the Burmese language, the country was always called Myanmar. Myanmar is a more formal way of referring to the same thing that Burma is also referring to. So it is logical to address a country as Myanmar. However, this name change was opposed because it took place in 1989 and it was instituted by a military government that was not democratically elected. So many people oppose the name change and still continue to call Myanmar Burma when both words mean the same thing. Also, the British found it easier to pronounce the word Burma compared to Myanmar. So there you have it, the history of Burma, from ancient kingdoms to colonial rule, from dictatorship to the struggle for freedom. The story of Burma is one of resilience and identity, and it is still being written.